Hi, hello everybody. Now today, welcome to you, all of you. And now today we start structure of an ovule. Okay. So first of all, we know about the definition of an ovule. Okay. So an ovule is an unfertilized integumented megaspore present inside the female reproductive organ of a flower. So this is an ovule. It is unfertilized integumented, means covering. Okay. Megaspore, this is female reproductive organ and it is present inside the female reproductive organ. Okay, so this is an ovule. Okay, and it is present inside the ovary. Okay, now first of all, we know about the basic structure of an ovule. Basically, a structure ovule has two regions, accessory region and essential region. So from the name, one thing you have to clear that accessory region, accessory means the helping region, means those region that help in ovule, okay, to any of the work. So that's the reason it is called accessory region. And essential region, this is an important or crucial region for ovule, because if any of the part of an essential region is absent, then the ovule does not function properly. Okay, so now we see all of the pictures, what is accessory region and what is essential region. Okay, so first of all, accessory region consists with three parts, okay, that are funicle, hilum and raphe. So funicle is a stalk like structure. Basically this is a stalk of ovule, you can tell. Okay, so it is a stalk like structure which is the ovule remain attached with the placenta. So ovule attached with placenta by the stalk. Okay, this is called funicle. Okay, so this is the stalk like structure. Now next we talk about hilum. Hilum basically the point of attachment of an ovule with funicle. Okay, so funicle, when the site or the place where funicle attached with ovule, this is called hilum. Okay, and next we talk about raphe. Raphe basically the extended region or the extended portion of funicle. Okay, so this is called raphe. Now we discuss all about this in this picture. So here first of all we discuss about accessory region. So from this picture you know one thing, these three region like raphe, hilum and funicle. These three region, raphe, hilum and funicle, these are the accessory region of an ovule. Okay, but now next we talk about essential region of an ovule. Okay, so what is the essential region? Basically this is the essential, so you know from the name this is essential, that is crucial. Okay, now first of all we know about the essential region and we divide it into four parts. If you think this is the ovule, this is the ovule. Okay, so you can think one thing, that this is the ovule and this is the upper part, this is the lower part, this is the side part. Okay, this side and this side. Okay, so one thing you just remember, both the side covering with outer integument and inner integument. Basically you can call this is covered with integument, means the covering, and the covering has the opening. Okay, this is the opening from where micropole means so from here pollen grain comes into the ovule. Okay, this is the apex, this is present at the apex, this is the whole structure. This is a pore like structure that are present at the apex, it is called micropyle. Okay, so this structure is very clear to you. So now we discuss one by one. Okay, first of all, now this is the outer portion covered. This is the outer covering structure, this is called outer integument, and the inner covering is called inner integument. Okay, and the inner integument has nucellus. This is the nutritive layer. Okay, this is called nucellus, it provides nutrition to the ovule. Okay, and next we talk about the upper opening, this is called micropyle. So this opening is called micropyle. Okay, and next we talk about the base position, this is the base region, it is called chalaza. Okay, and into the nucellus a sac like structure present, like this is the sac like structure present. This sac like structure is called embryo sac. Okay, this sac-like structure is called embryo sac, and this sac-like structure contain 8 nuclei, but we discuss all about embryo sac at the end of the video. But in this portion we discuss only about the essential region of an ovule. Okay, so this all the essential region. I repeat it again. So first of all, outer integument and inner integument, then micropyle, then chaliza. Micropyle at the apex present and chaliza present at the base, or the basal region is called chaliza. Okay, and next into the integument, nutritive layer present, it is called nucellus. Okay, it is called nucellus, and into the nucellus membrane or sac-like structure present that contain 8 nuclei, it is called embryo sac. Okay, so this is all about ovule. Okay, next we talk about what contain an embryo sac. Okay, basically an embryo sac contain 8 nuclei, 3 at the micropylar end, this 3 at the micropylar end, this 3 at the chalizal end. Okay, this 3 at the chalizal end, these 3 at the chalizal end. Okay, and the rest of the 2 are at the center. So this is the this is whole region. Okay, now next we talk about so now we discuss about essential region from the picture. Okay, now we talk about all according to language. Okay, so this is the essential region. First of all, essential region covered with means essential region covered with, or an ovule covered with integument. Okay, so integument divided into two part. One is outer integument, and the inner covering part is called inner integument. Okay, so this is the part of integument, and then sometime integument may be unitegmic or bitegmic. Okay, sometime it may be unitegmic or bitegmic. When unitegmic, when one integument present, this is called unitegmic, and when two integument present, this is called bitegmic. Okay, basically its function protection the inner part from the external damages. This is the basic function of an integument. Okay, next we talk about the nucellus. Okay, what is the nucellus? Basically this is the nutritive layer, we discuss about it. Okay, and the function, it provides nutrition to the embryo sac and later embryo. Okay, so this is the basic function, it provides nutrition nutrient to the embryo and embryo sac and later embryo. So first of all, before fertilization, it provides nutrition to the embryo sac because this is the sac-like structure, and after fertilization it contains embryo because it's converted into embryo. That's the reason it is provide nutrition to the embryo. Okay, after fertilization. Now next we're discussing about micropyle. What is micropyle? Basically micropyle is a pore-like structure, we already discussed about it. This is the pore-like structure present at the apex of an ovule. So this is called micropyle, and its function, it helps to pump the pollen tube or pollen grain, okay, inside the ovule. So pollen grain ভিতরে আসতে এটি হচ্ছে সাহায্য করে. Okay, next we talk about chalaza বা chaliza. So chaliza basically the basal region, chaliza basically the basal part of an ovule. So this is the basal part. Okay, and so where integument and nucellus meet. Okay, the chaliza basically the basal part of an ovule, it is called chaliza. Okay, now next we talk about embryo sac, and this is the vital point. embryo sac? Because embryo sac basically a sac-like structure present inside the ovule, okay, and it contains 8 nucleus. Okay, so this 8 nucleus has different function, and we discuss all about them and their name. Okay, these all have a specific name. Okay, now we talk about them, but before that we read the statement. Okay, the large sac-like structure embedded in the tissue, large sac-like structure embedded in the tissue of nucellus at the center of ovule. So it is present at the center of an ovule. So this is called embryo sac. Okay, now we discuss brief about embryo sac. Okay, now first of all, embryo sac contain 8 nuclei. We already discuss about it. It contains 8 nuclei, out of 3 toward the polar end, micropylar end, because out of 8 nuclei, 3 are at the micropylar end, 3 at the chaliceal end, and the rest 2 are at the center, এবং বাকি যে দুটো থাকে সেটা কি হয়, সেন্টারে প্রেজেন্ট থাকে। ওকে, so the micropylar 3 means out of 3 nucleus present at the micropylar end, here an nucleus is called egg or ovum. A nucleus or a nuclei is called egg or ovum, and the rest of the 2 are called synergid. Okay, the synergid always present beside the egg cell. Means if we see the picture, then it is clear to you. Just look at the picture. Okay, so here just look at the picture. Here 3 nucleus you see. Okay, so the middle nucleus and the apical nucleus, it is called egg cell, that is egg or ovum. Okay, and the rest 2 means the 2 present beside the egg cell is called synergid, and this 3 nuclei consist of egg apparatus. Okay, okay, I hope this is clear. Now another 3 means out of 8, another 3 are present at the chaliceal end. These 3 are called antipodal cell. Okay, and the rest 2 that are present at the center, these are called polar nuclei or definitive nuclei. Sorry, one thing I just tell you, that when they are not fused, they are separate and present side by side, then it is called polar nuclei. But after fusion, the center nuclei when fused each other, then it is called definitive nucleus or secondary nuclei. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you, and now we see all the statement regarding this. So now this is the micropylar nuclei. Now okay, now we're discussing all about this from the second point. Okay, the micropylar 3, first of all we discussed already about micropylar 3. The micropylar 3 nuclei consist of an egg or ovum and the 2 synergids present both the side of egg or ovum. Okay, so this is the number 2. Micropylar 3 nuclei consist with an egg or ovum and 2 synergid and 2 synergid. Okay, synergid also known as axillary cell because it is help to fertilization. Okay, so that's the reason it is called axillary cell. Axillary means helping. Okay, and now we're discussing about number 3 point. The egg and synergid together constitute the egg apparatus. Thus egg and synergid means an egg or 2 synergid nuclei together constitute with egg apparatus. Okay, so this is, and at the chaliceal end, out of 3, okay, out of 3 are called antipodal, means the 3 nuclei present at the chaliceal end is called antipodal cell. Okay, and the next, the central 2 nuclei are called polar nuclei. We already discussed about it, that the rest of the 2 that are present at the center, these are called polar nuclei. Okay, and the polar nuclei fuse together and form secondary nucleus or definitive nucleus. So after fusion, the center nuclei converted into a single nucleus, and this is called secondary nucleus or definitive nucleus. Okay, so I hope this is clear, and now few points are very important here. just look. After fertilization, the ovule converted into seed. Okay, after fertilization, the ovule, the structure which we already seen before in a picture. So this structure converted into a seed. The outer integument and inner integument converted into testa and tegment. And we already discussed about it in seed morphology. So if you don't have any idea what is seed morphology, what is testa and tegment, then you obviously check the video from the description or from the channel. Okay, so now what I want to tell you here, after fertilization the ovule converted into seed. After fertilization the ovule converted into seed. Okay, and in case of angiosperm, because we know seed present only two types of plant, one is gymnosperm and another one is angiosperm. So in case of angiosperm, the seed actually covered, okay, that are the covering form due to the integument, means outer integument and inner integument. But in case of gymnosperm, actually the seed is open type and it has no covering. Okay, so that's the reason it is called naked type seed or open seeded plant. Okay, gymnosperm always called open seeded plant. Okay, so this is the whole video and I hope this is clear to you all about an ovule and ovum and an ovary. Okay, so I hope this three structure clear to you and the basic region of an ovule is clear to you. Okay, so now in this video end in this portion, and in the next video we discussing about types of ovule and the placentation. Okay, so how the ovule present inside the ovarian wall, about this. Okay, so I hope this video is useful, and if this is useful then obviously subscribe the channel and like, hit the like button. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you. Stay safe at your home. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. Tata.